minute she leaves my house, we have a dilation problem.
That is a concern. When you don't have that watchful eye, they tend to go back to old patterns.
I have woken Jazz out of a dead sleep and taken the dilator and put the lubrication on it and said, here, you take this and you put it in your vagina. If not, I will.
Say what? That is child abuse. That is sexual abuse. Here, put this dilator in your vagina, which you do not have because you were born a male. Or I will. Ew. Ew, lady, what is wrong with you? There are a lot of things that I have needed to coerce my children into doing for their own health benefits as they've been growing up, okay? And right now, my youngest is currently 12. They've had to take medicine that they didn't like. They've had to go to doctor's appointments and get needles that they weren't interested in getting. They've had to go through a few things. They've each had a handful of really nasty colds that were not fun, and they've had to have their ears irrigated and screamed through that to clean their ears out, stuff like that. Never once, never, in over 20 years of being a mother, have I thought to myself, I will just threaten my child with putting my hands on their genitalia to get them to do something. Which, by the way, is 100% unnecessary, and it's impossible. I don't care how much time this young man spends with a dilator up his mutilated penis. Your child doesn't have a vagina. Stop the ride. In my opinion, and here we go again, being all controversial and shit, especially being from Canada. We're not allowed to say these things in Canada, especially not women. You're not a female. You're never going to be a female. And the fact that right before Jazz's mom starts talking about inserting this dilator into a dead asleep child, she says, yeah, one of the other women at the table says, yeah, without that watchful eye, they tend to fall back into old habits. You mean they tend to act like the gender that they were born as versus the puppets that you want them to be, living as the opposite gender that you chose for them because they were way too young to make that decision themselves? Yeah. Falling back into old habits means leave your kid the fuck alone, you abusive piece of shit. That's what that means. So even these parents are acknowledging that if they don't force this person to live the life that they're supposed to be living as a trans person, that they stop wanting to maintain the image. And it's the parents who have to step in and have a watchful eye. That's not a watchful eye, sweetheart. That's fucking child abuse. Get out of here. I don't understand how these people aren't underneath the jail, along with the doctors that perform the surgeries, and if there were any mental health professionals involved, them too. The ones that signed off on this super young child being transitioned into something they couldn't have possibly understood at the age that this was done to them. Child abuse of the highest order. And no, I'm not taking it back, and I'm definitely not sorry for saying it. See ya.